National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
North Dakota high school hockey and a doubleheader tonight on the PSP Network. Start with girls action. Minot High takes on Legacy Bismarck here at the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. Welcome into our Shields pregame show here tonight. Nick Hulberg alongside of Tony Swearingen on the call here for the Minot High Majettes taking on Legacy Bismarck here at the Pepsi Rink. This is our Shields pregame show. Shields of Minot and Bismarck has everything you need from fishing to fashion, sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear. You name it, it's all there at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. They bring you the pregame show here tonight on the PSP Network. We'll bring in my broadcast partner, a good friend of mine, and gentleman that we used to work with quite often on the PSP Network. Some coaching things that changed that. Tony Swearingen joins me here tonight on my left. Tony, welcome in. Great to see you, my friend. How are things?
Yeah, things are great. You know, switching gears again, not coaching anymore. So I thought I'd jump back behind the mic and give you a hand.
Happy to be here and happy to have you next to me for this showdown here today. And a big one when you look at the standings inside of girls North Dakota high school hockey is Minot High comes in at 3-1-1 inside the conference. They're a team that's gone 3-3 overall on the year. They take on Bismarck High Legacy at 3-3 overall. They're 1-2 in the conference. And what does that mean as far as those numbers shake out, Tony? Well, when you look at the standings inside of girls high school hockey in North Dakota, you can see that puts Minot High at number 7 and Bismarck High Legacy at number 9. Plenty of season left to play here, however, but these points really are on a premium the entire season long, especially when there is such a strong schedule still coming up for both of these teams.
Yeah, and I think the big thing that you really have to focus on here early in the season is the fact that Bismarck High Legacy has only played 3 games. They're 1-2 on the season. And Minot High, they've only played 5. They're 3-1, and you know, they're really young. You know, these two teams haven't played a whole lot in the first half like other teams have.
Should be a fun one here today on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg, Tony Swearingen on the call here at the Pepsi Rink. Later on tonight, we'll have Minot High taking on Century and boys high school hockey. We'll have that call. Matt Morelli will join us for that one here tonight on the PSP Network. That should be a fun one as well here tonight. More of our Shills pregame show to come. When we come back, we're going to take a look at who to watch for here in the showdown here today. We'll also have some keys to the game, our starting lineups, and then we'll get set to face it off. It's Bismarck High Legacy in Minot taking on the Majettes on Minot High's home ice. It's our Shields pregame show here on the PSP Network.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at AckermanAsphalt.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Back at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Official introductions take place here tonight for the showdown between Minot High and Bismarck High Legacy here tonight. It's our Shields pregame show. Shields of Minot. Bismarck has everything you need from fishing to fashion. You name it. Shields of Minot and Bismarck brings you the pregame show here tonight. Nick Hulberg, Tony Swearingen on the call. Tony, there's some players to watch for in the showdown here today. Starting with Bismarck High and Legacy. They're coached by Nick Johnson in his first year. This is a team that's led by Ava Krikorian. 7 points for her on the year in 6 game played. Not a bad number for her. And how about Cope on the other side for Minot High? 8 points on the season in the 7 games that have been played for Taylor Cope. 4 goals, 4 assists for Cope on the year. Those two really look to be the best players here today.
Yeah, and truly on the ice, they probably will be top to bottom for both teams, and how they play is how their team is going to come out of this, whether it's a win or a loss. So it's going to be an exciting game.
We're going to salute our country with the playing of our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, here at the Pepsi rink. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. There you have it, our nation's national anthem, as we get set and ready for North Dakota girls high school hockey here this late afternoon at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Nick Hulberg alongside of Tony Swearingen for the call here today. And Tony, we talk about a couple of the girls here today that are lighting it up on the offensive side, but a couple players here today really need to be bigger than those two if they want a chance to win for their teams, and one of them is the goaltender for Minot High. How about a 95% save percentage and a 1-2-3 goals against average for Jillian Ackerman? Those numbers are almost unheard of.
Yeah, she is by far the best backstop in probably the entire state of North Dakota, hands down. And I think the big thing for her is how much help is she going to get with this speedy team across from her, from her own defensive core. It's going to be a good test for Minot High and their defensive core today because, Legacy does play really, really fast.
Laura Landsberg gets the call on the other side today. Tony, 338 goals against average and a 90.3 save percentage on the season. Minot High is in whites. Bismarck Legacy. Bismarck High is in black, and we are underway from the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Thanks for joining us for girls high school hockey here this evening from Minot's Pepsi rink. There's going to be an early call coming here as Eric Steele has his arm up. So does Jake Stack down for an icing. And Minot High is going to find themselves short-handed early on here tonight on the first power play of the game. It's the Bismarck Legacy club that goes on the power play.
Yeah, this is this is definitely not what you wanted to have happen if you're Minot High right out of the gate. You cannot afford to be in the box killing penalties the entire game, and you know that's 20 seconds into the game. You can't be taking a penalty that early.
Chris Stokey, the head coach of Minot High, along with Michaela Newhoffen. They go toe-to-toe here today against Legacy Bismarck High's Nick Johnson in his first season. Newhoffen and Stokey in their fourth season. 2-minute minor for tripping on Minot High, and into the box for the Majettes was number 15, Reed Hammer. She's in the box, and Legacy Bismarck High in the power play, and the shot comes in. First one registered on Ackerman. She goes down and makes an early stop.
Yeah, and if Legacy's going to want to have success on their power play, they're not going to want to just skate into the zone and fire it on her. She's going to stop that all day long. They're going to have to get her moving laterally, making a couple extra passes, and try to get her off balance before they fire the puck.
40 seconds into the power play, out for another minute 40 here for Legacy Bismarck High as they've got possession. They work it up top, comes away from Holst. She fires. That was a high riser that missed over the glove of Ackerman. Comes back up to Holst. She tried to unload one there, but the defense was up from Bryn Hansen. Puck's pushed up to center ice, so we go back the other way now for Caitlin Cope. She takes it down into the corner. Cope hits the brakes down in deep. Minot High's penalty kill with a minute 17, trying to keep the puck down at Bismarck High Legacy's end here. It's taken down by High Legacy. They move it away with Hewitt, and Hewitt goes to the far wing. She throws it up to center. Taken there by Peyton Legg, and she sends it right back in.
Yeah, that puck's got to get in deep there. You get that puck outside of your zone and have an opportunity to make Bismarck High Legacy reset on their power play breakout, and you can't turn it over at the blue line there.
Offensive zone, we go down here for Legacy High as Ainsley Johnson carries it. She can skate. She brings it down into the corner. She hits the brakes there. Flemmer's got it, worked it up top. Power play on for another 39 seconds here for Bismarck. Shot came in. Stop was made from Ackerman. Pushed up the wall and all the way down. The assistant captain for the Majettes, Peyton Legg, sends it coast to coast. And now Bismarck has to go back to retreat. They go to work back in their own territory. This is for Corey and up through center ice. Leading point getter here for Bismarck. 7 points on the year. Soons it out in front. All the opportunity there. Ella Gable on the doorstep, but she just sent it wide.
Yeah, there's some of that speed that Legacy has. You know, Gukorian is by far their top player, and Minot's going to have a lot to handle today if they're going to stop her.
Minot High goes to full strength out of the box here for the Majettes. Skating out is number 15 for Minot High. That's Hammer. Puck comes away down to the near side wing. Taken here by Aspen Esslinger up at the point. Shot came in through traffic. Esslinger fired there. The stop was made for Minot High's Ackerman. Puck's taken and sets all the way down into Bismarck territory. 14-15 to play here in the opening period. Nobody on the board yet to the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Shots are 2-0. Bismarck on top of Minot.
Yeah, you know, and it's a good defensive start for Minot. You know, really, Legacy's had the better of the shots here, obviously, but they haven't been super high quality, and they've done a nice job of keeping it to the outside. So Minot High's looking pretty good defensively.
Here's a drive that came in that went just wide. Shot caroms off the end boards. It's going to be pushed all the way back up to neutral, where it's taken here by Legacy Bismarck High. And back the other way comes Minot High into the offensive zone, but first and offsides on the play. Peyton Legg in on the offsides. Well, how about the story of Jake Stack, the official in today's hockey game? Jake Stack, one of the head officials for today's showdown. Stacker had brain surgery on the 20th of December. And he ended up reffing. He's reffing right now. He's in this game. That's 20th of December 2022, by the way, just recently. He ended up reffing 9 days later in the North American Hockey League rivalry matchup with Bismarck and Minot. I mean, it's just almost unheard of, isn't it?
You know, you and I both have had the pleasure of knowing Jake for many, many, many years. And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and he loves the game of hockey. You know, I had the pleasure of coaching with him on that state championship team, and we both coached at Minot High for the boys team, and it's great to see the results of the surgery were positive, and he's on the mend now, and it's great to see him back. It's pretty amazing what they can do medically nowadays.
Pretty special to have him back on the ice. He joined me on the Ice Time show last night. that on our YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out, the interview with Jake Stack. It's worth the listen for sure, worth the watch, I should say. Jake Stack, again, in the referee lineup here tonight. He's out there with Eric Stills, the other official. Strand is the linesman here today, and I didn't catch a name on the other. I do apologize. Puck's taken here by the Majettes back in their own territory. Down to 12:42 to play here in the opening period. Puck's handled down by Bismarck. Underneath the net it comes. Taken underneath here from Lemoyne. Lemoyne soccers it ahead forward away to the near side to Esslinger. Esslinger's going to try to hold it in up here at the point. Esslinger here for Bismarck. There's an Esslinger and an Esslinger name in the Minot community. We'll see Esslinger coming up to play for Minot High here tonight as Minot High takes on Century in the boys matchup. We'll have that one for you right here on the PSP network as well. Down into the offensive zone for the Majettes. Puck's underneath the net, swept around the end boards. There from Reister. Comes away to the far wall, held it at the line here for Minot High as holding now is Barch as Barch takes it deep into the zone. Picked up there by Esslinger, and she'll just launch this one all the way down. And icing here. That icing brought to you by our friends at the UPS store. UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 7. And Saturdays 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. The UPS store. Up to the point, puck handled here. Shot comes away off of shin pads, comes back into the possession of Grace Kirsten. She sends it underneath the net. Scrum there, picked up here by Bismarck, and we go back the other way up to center now as it's taken here by Peterson. She trying to move it ahead forward. Bouncing puck taken away, and Cope brings it back into the offensive zone. Cope fires a hard shot on goal. Stop was made there from Landsberg. Out in front of the Bismarck net now. It's going to be a delayed call coming. Cope's got it out front. Oh, just couldn't get a handle on it. Delayed call, and the power play comes out for Minot now. We're with 11:23 to play in the opening period. Nice opportunity there for the Minot High Majettes.
Yeah, Cope would have liked to have got her feet set a little bit sooner there. She had a great opportunity to tuck that in back door. Nice job by Peyton Lang, pulling the puck around the outside and drawing that penalty. And you know, here comes the second unit, the second power play unit for Minot High, and we'll see how they can generate some offense while this top line gets some rest.
Serpro power play comes out here for the Majettes. Quick shot on goal. What an opportunity that was, point blank. Swearingen had sent that one up, almost went to the top shelf. The 8th grader, your daughter, looking good here tonight.
Yeah, I'm a pretty proud dad. You know, I get to watch my kid play now, and not necessarily always have to coach her, so I get to be a fan.
Way to the near side wing. She's got it again here on the near side wall. Goes cross ice. Puck's taken here and sent back across from Peyton Lang, and now it's going to be drilled all the way down to the other end of the ice surface here by Legacy Bismarck, and it's picked up back in Minot High territory here by Kinsey Field. 2 points on the year for Field. She goes up the near side wall. Puck sent back into Minot High's territory. Legacy Bismarck had a touch up on sides, gives Minot some real estate, but now it's going to be a teeter-totter match at center. Puck is going to come back into the possession of Field. She's got it here. Comes back away now to the Majettes, up into the offensive zone. Peyton Lang lost a handle on it to Bismarck Legacy. Bismarck High really causing Minot High some issues here on their power play.
Yeah, Minot High just needs to calm down here coming through the neutral zone. They're trying to make that extra move and that extra pass, which, yeah, sometimes it looks pretty, but it really isn't necessary. If there's ice available to skate into it, get the puck in, set up the power play.
Puck's going to be taken down here by Bismarck again, trying to fire it out of the zone. That one hits traffic, goes up into the protective mesh, and we'll have a stop of the play and a face-off coming back in Legacy's territory here. On the glove side of the netminder, Maura Landsberg, who's seen 3 shots on goal. She stopped them all so far here in the showdown early on here tonight.
Yeah, she's a really good goalie. She moves really well laterally, and she's done a nice job so far deflecting all the pucks into the corners and really not allowing Minot High any rebound opportunity. So she's definitely up to the task so far.
Puck is down in Minot High's offensive zone. They work with 10 seconds of power play time. Cope up top, tried to send it ahead forward. Bouncer comes back to Cope. She's at the line. Cope's going to work her way through into the slot. She fires, save, rebound. Landsberg comes up with a big one into the glove. It goes, and Landsberg hangs on to it as Cope showing what kind of power she has in girls high school hockey in North Dakota. She fired, and Landsberg shut the door in a quick hurry. Minot High's power play did register 2 quality shots on goal, however.
Yeah, nothing to show for it, but you know what? You know, a couple of those young girls getting out on the power play, you know, right there was Eastland, you know, right on the doorstep with the rebound opportunity off of Cope's initial drive to the net and shot, and nice job. It almost went in, and you know, as long as Minot High can continue to sustain some of this pressure, they're doing a pretty nice job of keeping Legacy at bay and slowing them down.
Up to center ice we go down here for Minot High as they send it back in offensive territory. Puck comes away on the near side wall. Sent up the near side wing, back into Minot High possession on the near side. Comes back away now. Bismarck Legacy, Bismarck High territory. It's banged off the near side wing, and at center it comes back into the possession of the Majettes as they carry up ahead forward into the offensive zone again as it's taken here by Vadova. She sends it down into the corner after it. Cope's the first one there for the Majettes. Oh, she's hit hard from behind on the near side wall. She goes down. There's going to be a power play coming, a body checking call, and that one might be some extra here. Tony, what would your thought be on that?
I don't know. It kind of looked like she turned at the end, but we'll have to see what Mr. Stack is calling here and how this plays out. But definitely there could be some additionals added to that, but I think it's just going to be your standard.
Power play comes back out for Minot High, and their power play unit 0 for 1 so far in the hockey game here tonight. They go to work on the advantage now as the puck's going to be taken down deep, sent out of there by Bismarck, comes all the way back out into the neutral ice zone. And regrouping are the Majettes back in their own territory.
So Minot High needs to slow down in the neutral zone, and you know, just make the right play. Don't make the fancy play, and keep possession of the puck. Hockey is a possession game, and you don't have possession on a power play, you're not going to score many goals.
Puck's taken here by Bismarck. It's going to come off the wall now. It's taken back by Minot High. Hansen's got it. She lost it out front, and we come back to center ice where it's taken here by Sydney Barch, and she takes it and sends it right back in. Hammered back out to center. This one will come all the way back down to the right of Ackerman, where we sit with 7:40 to play in the opening period. Nobody on the board yet. BNC National Bank scoreboard, it's scoreless here as Minot High's got 59 seconds remaining of their first power play of the game. Short-handed opportunity out front. Stop was made from Ackerman, and the puck's picked up here by Minot High, and Swearingen skates forward again. The 8th grader fires in, taken there and sent all the way down. Nice play here by Bismarck to clear the zone, and that power play for Minot High down to 38 seconds.
Yeah, not a whole lot getting produced here off this power play. Legacy's doing a really nice job. Excuse me, Bismarck High Legacy. It's going to take some getting used to. Has done a nice job on their penalty kill thus far.
Puck's taken here now and worked back into Minot High territory. Worked off the near side wing, down to 15 seconds remaining here on the power play here for Minot High. Underneath it comes now as it's going to be worked off the wall, back in behind the net. Taken there off the boards and sent forward from Annie Holst. She clears out to center and then back into Minot High territory. Legacy Bismarck goes to full strength, and the puck's going to come back up through neutral now, where it's pinned up in front of the bench here for Bismarck Legacy. What do you think of those outfits for High Legacy? Those are sharp, aren't they?
I do like their unis. They're different. You know, you don't see that color combo very often, but that's a nice look.
Taken on the near side wing down into Minot High defensive territory. 6:05 to play in the opening period here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nobody on the board yet. Puck's back up to the point. Here's a drive, sailed in. That one went wide. Comes back away on the half wall on the near side. Pushed up to center. Here's a rush now for Minot High as they come forward into the zone here with Slind. And Slind's got it. She sends it upstairs and missed the net. Puck comes back away off the wall on the far side. Ross ahead forward. Comes back on to neutral. Minot High has to regroup now with Hammer. Teen Hammer sends it back into the zone, and Cope's got it. Cope here on the near side. Fancy move, another quick drive on goal. Stop was made there from Landsberg. Well, Cope has had some opportunities early on, and the freshman netminder here for Bismarck High Legacy has done a nice job shutting the door here. Obviously doing her job in the blue paint here. Minot High is going to have to get her moving from the left to the right, kind of like you mentioned earlier on.
Yeah, she's a big goaltender. She's got some decent size on her, and she moves really well laterally, and she's just stopping everything that's right in front of her. So, Minot High is going to have to maybe make that extra pass across the goal crease to try to get her moving laterally, and just, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to go in.
Count's the same on the score sheet.
Yep, nobody cares how. They only ask how many.
Puck goes back away on the far side wing. Back up top. Here's a drive that floats in over the head of Landsberg. Drops down into the corner on the near side wing. Puck's going to be picked up here on the near side wall. Still scrumming for it now right in front of the penalty box area with under 4:30 to play in the opening period. Still have ourselves a score right now on the BNC National Bank scoreboard of scoreless. 0-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Puck comes back away here on the near side wing through the neutral ice zone. Puck's taken now back up to center. Comes back away into the offensive territory. Minot High's got possession. They work across the slot. Into the near side wing. Two players collide. No call on the play. Taken here by Legacy, and they're going to push back up to the far wing, trying to clear their own zone. Minot High holding them in there. Shots are now 8-5. Minot High's got the advantage in the early portion here. Up to center ice.
Yeah, and Bismarck High Legacy, boy, they really picked up the physicality here, and I know that there's not supposed to be body contact. They're checking, per se, in girls hockey, but, Bismarck High Legacy is definitely playing with an edge right now, and they're throwing their body around, and you can tell it's slowing Minot High down, but Minot High is doing a really nice job of just clogging up the middle of the ice, and they're going to get their opportunities. Now they just have to figure out how to bury one.
Pucks away on the near side wing. Another power play coming here for Bismarck Legacy, Bismarck High Legacy. We'll have a power play coming here. There's a call on the near side wall. 2 power plays for each side so far, Tony, and another opportunity here in a primetime one here for Bismarck.
Yeah, that wasn't, in my opinion, that, it was definitely a penalty, but you could have called 3 or 4 other ones like that too. So if you're not calling the others, you probably shouldn't call that one either. And you let them play physical up to that point. Why change the mood now?
Puck's taken down and deep. Bismarck offensive zone. Underneath the net it comes. Work back up top. At the line, it's taken by Holst. Centered out front. Scrum continues here as it's going to come back away on the near side. Drop down into the corner here as they work on it here. Near side wing. Minot High trying to clear up to center. They do. Puck comes back away now for the Majettes, and into the offensive zone they come. Down in deep, it's taken here by Barch, and Barch pins it up underneath the goal line. Yeah, this is physical just a bit early on here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting a little testy out there. You can tell the stalemate on the scoreboard's really starting to frustrate both teams, and Minot High is starting to push back a little bit now on the physicality side of everything, but I would still give the edge to Bismarck High Legacy with the physicality.
Cole Paddock trying to send it out front here. Puck's going to be taken up to center again, and across the neutral ice zone we go, where it's taken on the power play. Down inside Minot High territories. It went away from Ainsley Johnson. She works it from the bottom of the circle. She sent it up over the net, and it comes back away to the near side line, where it's going to be picked up here by Gable. Ella Gable sends it down in deep. They work on it now with the power play down to 35 seconds. Bismarck firing out front. Loose puck. Bouncer there. Taken by Cope. And she whistles it all the way down to the other end of the ice surface. Minot High's kill doing a nice job here in this showdown, as was Bismarck's when they've had their 2 short-handed opportunities in this game. Both teams with 2 power plays, and nobody on the board yet to the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
No, the good thing about this Minot High penalty kill right now is how many block shots they've had. Cope had at least 2 in her first minute and a half on that kill, and there was a couple others there as well.
Minot High right out of the box, and Swearingen into the offensive territory momentarily there, and puck comes back away now to Barch, and Barch sends it underneath the net to get pinned up down and deep from Hansen. Puck's going to be taken away here by Bismarck Legacy. Up at the line. Shot comes in. Bouncer rolls right through the paint. And it bounces away to the near side wing. There's the 1 minute call.
Good shot there by Barch. And, you know, that was very fortunate for Bismarck High Legacy that tipped wide and not into the net.
Puck comes back all the way down in Legacy territory. Bismarck High Legacy territory. Yeah, that's going to be tough to get used to, isn't it? The High Legacy High.
Yeah, it's strange, you know. It just doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Fargo North-South, the Spruans, and what they've been able to do with their program. Here's Cope out front. Oh, nice play defensively. Tying Cope up. One of the top players in the state was Hewitt, and Hewitt shut the door on the nice stick-on-stick coverage there. Anyway, Fargo South-North Spruans, well, they actually come to Minot on Saturday at the All Seasons Arena. We'll have the call of that one at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Minot High boys take on Davies on Saturday night at the All Seasons Arena. I haven't been to the All Seasons Arena for hockey, and I don't know how long it's been. Sent back out in front. That one comes all the way back up to center. All right, kids, cut them down. We're at 17 seconds to play here in the opening period. Into the zone it comes now as it's pushed back up to center. Minot could have one more chance here. Cope's going to have to hurry up. Waits to touch up onside. She'll walk and fire. Landsberg save, rebound out in front, loose in the slot, chip tent. And period number 1 comes to a close here. Just the way we started, scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Time for our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. When we come back here to the Pepsi rink, Tony and I will break down the opening period of play. We'll look at the state's top producers, the standings again. We'll also share some stories about the old All Seasons Arena. That's where we grew up playing, Tony. That brings up some big-time memories from back in the day.
Oh, some good ones.
Looking forward to that. Scoreless at the end of 1. Minot High, Bismarck High Legacy. And a slobber knocker here at the Pepsi rink.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
One period of the books here at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Nick Hulberg and Tony Swearengin on the call. This is our premier chiropractic intermission report. First things first, Tony, your thoughts on the opening period?
I thought the pace was really good. It started off, back and forth, advantage Bismarck High Legacy, but Minot High ended up getting their mojo there about midway through the period. I think that first power play really helped them out. And they started to control the puck a little bit more and control possession of the puck, and the ice started to tilt towards Bismarck High Legacy's end. With that being said, my main concern at the beginning was, how Minot High's D-Corps was going to handle the pressure, the speed of the team that they're playing against, but they handled it just fine, and that's kudos to this coaching staff. They've done a good job with that D-Corps.
Couple good opportunities on both sides on the power play. Minot High probably had the better of those opportunities in the first period of play. If you're either one of these coaches, what is the message in the room right now to try to capitalize on some of those opportunities there?
Well, I think the big thing right now for Minot High is they got to get Peyton Lang more involved and figure out how to get her more involved, because boy, when she shoots the puck, she's deadly, and she can really turn the tide and help Cope out. Cope's done her job, and Peyton has too. But we got to find those a few more opportunities for Lang to help them out. Now on the other side, Ainsley Johnson, number 16, and David Kokorian, number 8 for Legacy Bismarck High. Boy, those are the two players that really control the pace on their team, and if they're not going, Bismarck High's and Legacy's in trouble, and it really showed that period when Minot High controlled the puck in the offensive zone.
This is our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding communities through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. You can find Premier Chiropractic online at premierchiropracticnd.com. Our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. It's Premier Chiropractic. ND.com. Nick Hulberg, Tony Swearingen here on the call today. Let's go in the time machine for just a minute. Knowing that we're coming to the All Seasons Arena on Saturday for a doubleheader of high school hockey. Minot High takes on Fargo North South in girls action. Minot High boys take on Davies. That's a facility in North Dakota that is maybe forgotten in a sense of how great and magical that place really is for hockey. 3,500 seats, bowl seating. Used to have 2 sheets of ice underneath one roof. At that time, that was really a state-of-the-art place.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest with you, it still could be. We got a great facility here in the Maysa, and kudos to what the Minot Park District has done here. But back in the day, that was the premier place to play. I mean, besides the Ralph Engelstad, there wasn't another barn like it in the state, and there's some really great memories for me, both coaching and playing in that building, and both at the high school level and college level. So it'll be kind of neat to call a game there finally.
The only problem with that place is that they have the safety net that goes all the way around the entire arena. For viewing, it just isn't number one, and for broadcasting, it might be a little bit of a headache. We'll see how that works out, but for safety, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, I suppose.
I think, I don't remember exactly when that happened or when the incident happened in the NHL when that puck went over and hit a fan, and there's that drew quite a bit of attention around the hockey world. And I think being that it's a state facility, they just took safety into consideration and didn't want to see anything like that happen.
Well, we'll be there on Saturday. Nevertheless, looking forward to a showdown. Join us on Saturday for the doubleheader of high school boys and girls hockey on the PSP Network. Plenty more to come here tonight, however, as we've got Minot High and Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy going toe-to-toe. Scoreless at the end of one on our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. North Dakota high school hockey right here on the PSP Network. Back with our second period right after this.
From Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
true Maysa Arena fashion, we go from 2.5 minutes down to 0. Let's play hockey. Time for our second period here on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg and Tony Swearingen on the call. Tony underway here for the second. If you're just joining us, Minot High's in white. Legacy Bismarck High is in road blacks here at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Shots are 11-6. Minot High's got the advantage. Power plays in that opening period. Each team had 2. Here comes Minot High into the offensive zone, into the center slot with it. That was Barch that handled. Puck's going to be taken back up through neutral now and skating into Minot High territory. Shot on goal. Ackerman had the kick save there as the shot came in from Ainsley Johnson. And Minot High's got a rush now with Cope up to center. She'll dump in and chasing it after it is Legacy Bismarck High. Minot High went on for a wholesale change. Up to the near side line, it's going to be taken and sent all the way down. Here's an icing, and that icing brought to you in part by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. We offer free consultations and financing options that make it easy to take your smile to the next level. You can call 852-2646 or visit minotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. It's Minot Braces at minotbraces.com. Talked about the physicality in that opening period here today, Tony. What is it about Bismarck High, Minot High, Bismarck and Legacy? Doesn't matter. Anything Bismarck, Minot just seems to have an extra edge, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just think that the rivalry stems back long before you and I were even twinkles in our mom and dad's eyes. And I don't think there's any love lost between these two cities, and they're going to continue to compete that way.
Dumped in from center here as the puck's taken down underneath Bismarck Legacy high net. Comes back away to the near side, and it's going to be tied up underneath the goal line. Trying to send out in front are the Majettes. Puck comes back away now to Fagerland. Puck's taken here by Bismarck and dish back up off the wall by Minot Swearingen. Out front, there was a hit right on the top of the circle. Don't call that play either as the puck comes underneath now, and Swearingen goes to work. Here's the 8th grader, tried to feed it out front. Puck's taken now here by Bismarck Legacy, Bismarck High, and the puck is in the possession up at center here for Bismarck. They're going to dump in. That one, stick save there for Ackerman, and the puck's freed now here off the near side wall. Bumped up to center. Bismarck High Legacy with possession. Early portion of the season with Mother Nature canceling some games right before the holiday break. Here's the one-on-one into the zone. Puck's going to be taken here by Bismarck down in from Mortensen, and Ella Mortensen had an opportunity, but it comes away to the near side wing now. Out in front, loose there. Puck's taken away here by Minot High, and they try to clear the zone. Bouncer comes back away on the near side wing, and it's Krikorian that's going to be on the attack here for Bismarck High Legacy as she rides into number 15 on the other side for Minot High. That's Hammer. Puck's going to be taken now on the wall on the near side wing. Minot High holds with Barch. Into the circle it went. Back out to center we go. This is Arnold with it. She's going to skate forward. They get Gable rather. Gable with a fancy move taken away there by Cope, the captain for Minot High. Another move out to center. The one-on-one play. Here comes Cope into the zone, and it just hopped over her tape as she skates it down into the corner.
Sometimes as a coach, you just would much rather see the player keep that puck on their forehand, drive wide, and put a shot on far pad. Maybe hope for a rebound rather than trying that toe drag to your backhand. Because what are you going to do when you get it on your backhand anyway?
Puck comes away on the near side wing. Minot High's got possession. Barch fires on goal. The stop was made there as the opportunity was there for the Majettes, but again, the stop was made from the Legacy Bismarck High goaltender, and she's been good here today. Landsberg's had a bit of a workout, 12 shots on goal early.
Yeah, she's done a nice job. She doesn't give up many rebounds, and the ones that she does, they're put in areas of the ice where it's not a real threat to for Minot High to get a rebound shot and goal, you know, and so she's doing a fantastic job. What I am really impressed with right now is the systematic patience of Minot High on their forecheck. They're really pinning Legacy in and giving them problems.
Puck's going to be taken over on the far side wing. Hockey is so much more X's and O's in a game of chess that so many people understand. And you with your coaching career and the amount of time spent at the college level. Here's a drive, save, rebound out in front. Little extra there coming as Landsberg comes up with another stop here for Legacy. The X's and O's in your coaching time, when you coach Minot State women's college hockey, how much did that elevate from the high school game up to the college ranks? Was it a big jump at that level?
You know, it kind of was. It was added systematic stuff. But you never, as a coach, you never really want to take the hockey player out of the game. And you got to let these kids use their talent and their skills within a system to be successful. And if a player can't play outside just X's and O's in the system, you know, you're not going to have a very successful team in the regards of putting a lot of points on the net. But if you have some talented hockey players that can play outside the X's and O's, put down the system, let them play within that. But, you know, when they have the opportunity to break away from it and create plays, boy, you know, it really makes the game fun.
That was Holst from the line that fired. It went up into the protective mesh. Face-off coming here on Ackerman's glove side. Thanks again for joining us here tonight on the PSP Network. By the way, if you're ready for dinner tonight, try Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza truly is out of this world. Planet Pizza, again, 701-852-1700. Try them for dinner tonight. And if you haven't tried the Blue Buffalo Pizza, you are officially missing out. Planet Pizza really is out of this world. Puck's taken here by the Majettes on the near side wall. They're going to push up to the line, sent back ahead here from High Legacy, and they go back underneath the Minot High goal now with it. Puck's going to be taken here by Legacy High. Minot High takes it back away off the near wall with Kirsten. Tried to move it forward, turned over in the center circle now, or in the circle, I should say. Right next to the center slot. It's taken away here by the Majettes. And Minot's going to start the rush back up to the neutral ice zone. Into the zone they come now. This is Hammer with it. Trying to go to the backhand. Hammer's got it down here in the near side corner. Puck's going to be tied up in deep underneath the net. Cope tried to walk out with it. Comes back away into the possession here on the near wing for Minot High, and Fagerlund sends it out front. Oh, Cope was there. Nice stick check out in front of the net as the defense got a stick on it in front of the Bismarck goal. And the play was made from Krikorian. Nice job from her, and Krikorian might have stopped that one from making it a 1-0 hockey game because Cope was on the doorstep.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by Fagerlund. They cycled the puck down in the corner, and Fagerlund picked it up and skated down below the goal line. Picked her head up, and Cope was standing there wide open, and what a fantastic play that was by the defenseman Krikorian, and it saved her team right there, because that would have definitely been a goal for sure.
Cope's a player that can strike, and she's scored plenty on the season already. 8 points coming in just 7 games on the year. On the near side wing, puck's taken on the near side wall. It's going to be worked up here by the Majettes, back down into Minot High territory. Comes away down to Field, and Field pushes it up the near side wall to Hansen. Trying to clear it out of there. It comes back up to the neutral ice territory, where it's going to be swept away here by Bismarck. Off it went from Holst. Back into the possession there for Krikorian. Krikorian can motor with it. She had her pocket picked, and it goes down to the corner now, where it goes away down to Fagerlund again. The girls' game, without checking involved in girls high school hockey, certainly has an element to it of physicality still, and some of those ride-off plays like we just saw from Krikorian, she does that nicely.
Yeah, you know, it's still a factor in the game, and the girls don't consider it a non-contact game. You know, let's be clear about that. These girls, you know, they practice and they train just like the boys do, and I wish that the referees and USA Hockey and everyone else would kind of let them play a little bit more, because they are playing against themselves, and it's one of those things where it just adds another element to the game. And boy, girls hockey would be really fun if they just ease up on the checking penalties a little bit.
Such a fine line too on those penalty calls, isn't there?
Yeah, because, you know, it's a fine line, because, you know, one time they won't call it and the next time they will, and there's really no rhyme or reason for it. I think it's just one of those things where it's a judgment call, and I think the crew tonight's done a nice job so far of really managing the physical play and letting them play that physical style. But, you know, at times, you know, it can get out of hand. You know, you start playing a physical style of hockey and you get the wrong guy with the wrong stripes on and you're in trouble.
East to the west, does it change at all from the east to the west in your mind?
I think it always has been a little bit more physical out east, especially with the stick work. It's a different style of physical, I would say. It's more, you know, the east is definitely more skilled, especially on the boys' side. But it is, you know, you add that the stick skill to it and everything else, and it's just different. And they let them play over there a little bit more.
Puck's going to come back away here down on the near side wing. Off it goes, back up top. Here's a drive. There's a shot and a save. Rebound, loose in front. Oh, another opportunity. Loose in front of the yawning goal mouth. Another nice stop. Save, rebound out in front again. And Bismarck High Legacy is going to come out of there with it after a couple big-time stops. Now Cope's got a shot. Tipped in front. Redirected. They scored.
Well, they certainly earned that goal. I was just about to say that you know, Bismarck Legacy's goalie Latsberg, you know, she stood in there and made some 3-4 really great saves, and Minot High was able to hold that puck in the zone and clean it up with a tired unit for Bismarck that's still on the ice.
Minot High takes a 1-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll have the official call on that goal coming in just a moment here. Coming from the booth down below. Here it is. Here's Mr. Field. Even strength goal for Minot High, and it's Peyton Lang picking up goal number 5 on the year, point number 7. Cope's going to get the assist. That's point number 9 for Cope, and Minot High finds himself on top by a score of 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard after a nice shot that was redirected out front.
Yeah, those are the two you want to get going. You know, you get those two firing. I said it at the intermission break. They got to figure out a way of getting Peyton Lang a little bit more involved, and there you go, a shot from Cope, and she's able to get free and tip it in, and those are the nice plays that those two are able to make. They've played together their entire life, it seems like, and they're a fun group to watch.
Puck's taken back on at the neutral ice zone. It's going to be picked up here by High Legacy. Goes up into the bench. Should have stopped in the play here with 6:39 to play in our middle period. It's Hockey Game on the PSP Network this afternoon, brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Find them online. That's the brother company to Jobbers Moving and Storage. How do you like to be in business since 1942, Tony? That's quite a while, eh?
I'd like to see the bank account.
Puck's going to be taken here all the way down into Minot High defensive territory as Legacy High pushes it down from Avery Sick. Ignac Krikorian, rather. Puck's out in front now. Comes back away here to Johnson. Johnson with the help of Flemmer scrumming forward. Bounced off the wall. Comes back into the possession here up top of Gable. She fired towards the net, went wide. Puck comes back away now here on the near wing. We're down to 6:04 to play here in the second period. Minot leads by a score of 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, and we've got an icing on the play in the faceoff coming all the way back into Minot High defensive territory.
Yeah, Minot High got themselves in a little bit of a pickle there. I'm not sure who the winger was, but they instead of just picking the puck up and taking their time and looking for an open lane to skate and make a pass, they tried to force it back up the wall, and Legacy will make you pay that way, especially with Krikorian back there.
Puck's picked up here by Bismarck High Legacy again as they work now on your TV screen. If you're just joining us, they're in black here tonight. Minot High is in their home whites. Minot High got a goal just a few moments ago, and on the tally for Minot High, it was Cope that set up Lang to make it 1-0 to crack the stalemate here tonight at the Pepsi Rink. It's been a good hockey game.
Yeah, it has, and you've really noticed Legacy, since Minot High has scored that goal, has really picked up the pace now. They're kind of pushing, and they're feeling the. I think they're kind of feeling it now, the pressure, and then so they're trying to kick her into high gear.
Puck's taken here by Legacy High again. Shot comes in on Ackerman. She goes down and makes the save, and Jillian Ackerman hangs on to it. Jillian, a player that replaces Amber Borkus as one of the greats all time at Minot High School in the goaltending column and category. And Jillian, in a lot of people's minds, maybe even better than Borkus was. And Borkus was one of the tops that the state of North Dakota has ever seen.
Yeah, Jillian's really solidified herself as a top goaltender in the state, that's for sure. And, you know, nothing against Borkus. Borkus did her job for how many years? I think she started playing for Minot High when she was an 8th grader. And so it's one of those things where, as a team, you're just fortunate to have goaltending like that and be in that situation where you have really strong players.
Bismarck High Legacy's got one of their own at Landsberg. She's been good tonight. Another stop for her. Save kicked off to the corner. That's save number 21 in the hockey game. The only time Minot High's beat her tonight is off of a deflection out in front that I don't know if even Patty Waugh would have stopped, just the way that shot was going wide, deflected off the body of Lang out in front of the net.
Yeah, and they got really fortunate that Fagerlund wasn't able to get her stick on that puck right there, because Bryn Hansen did a nice job driving wide, getting into space, and then just threw it off the far goal pad. And, you know, that's a pass essentially nowadays in the game of hockey. And, you know, you throw it off that far goal pad and hoping for a rebound. And that's exactly what happened. And Fagerlund just wasn't able to put it back in the net. But what a nice play by Bryn.
Hockey game tonight also brought to you, by the way, by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air, located in Bismarck, here to serve western North Dakota. Northern Plains can be found online, northern-plains.com. Northern Plains Heating and Air brings you the showdown here tonight. Minot High and Bismarck High. Bismarck Legacy. Pucks out in front. Oh, opportunity was there. The stop was made by Ackerman as Krikorian was the one out front. She had the opportunity, and the top point getter was 7 on the season for Bismarck High Legacy. Almost had the opportunity to tie it at once. Puck's taken on the near side wing now. It's going to be taken by Barnes. She tried to move it out ahead. Taken here by Kirsten, and Kirsten's got some real estate as she skates it up through center. Kirsten across through the neutral ice zone. Comes into the possession here for Minot Swearingen, the 8th grader. Comes back onto the neutral ice territory. 3-on-1 for Bismarck. They come back into the offensive zone. Here's a drive, top shelf. Eric Steele was right there. They're going to say that one went off the goalpost. That might have been it.
Yeah, bad change by Minot High right there. Defenseman went and tried to change, and Bismarck jumped out into a 3-on-1. You don't see that very often. And no pass, no nothing. She had that top corner picked, and Jillian Ackerman very fortunate that went off the post.
Fleber fired that one there. The best look on it on the ice surface came from Eric Steele, the official. One of those plays and situations I say it may have been in the sense of the word, that those are the ones that sometimes coaches could make a solid argument on, at least.
Yeah, you know, fortunately right there, it's kind of hard to argue that, because Steele put himself in such a good position to make that call, and you know, sitting up here in the press box, it did look like it hit the crossbar and then the blue paint. So it didn't look like it actually went in.
Good shot nevertheless. Ackerman gets some help from her best friend, the goalpost here tonight. 23-15, the shots on goal. Minot's got the advantage, and they lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's Nick Hulberg and Tony Swearingen on the call tonight here from the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. Thanks again for joining us for WDA Girls High School Hockey. Stick around tonight. Matt Morelli will join us in the press box as Minot High takes on Century. Minot High, the boys, take on the Century boys in a matchup between number 2 Minot High and number 8 right now in the conference, Bismarck Century, who lost last night to Mandan by a score of 1-0.
That man crew on both sides, both boys and the girls side, has really been impressive this year. That program's really kind of taken a turn for the better, and it's nice to see, some more competition, out of that high school.
They're a team that I would think will probably be a solid contender to be at the state high school hockey tournament here at 22-23. Mandan with a new coaching staff after Leif Manson stepped down after a good run there for Mandan High School.
Yeah, another Minot guy. He did a fantastic job with Mandan, and it was tough to see him leave. And I was with him this summer, actually right after he made the announcement that he wasn't going to be back with the team, and I honestly I couldn't believe it, but it was all the good things he had done, but he wanted to step away to be with his family a little bit more, and he's such a good guy, and he was a darn good coach for that program, did some great things.
Puck comes back into Minot High defensive territory. There's a change here on Bismarck High Legacy. Are they going to get whistled for too many girls on the ice? They're not. Puck's going to come back into the possession here for Bismarck, and with it now, this is Hansen, and Avery Hansen took it down low, sent it back up top. Puck stripped there, and here comes Minot High. There's a delayed call coming first on Bismarck, and a power play coming now here with 1 minute 10 seconds remaining in our second period, and it's Minot High that's going to find themselves back on the power play. This will be their third power play of the hockey game.
Bryn did a great job. I don't know that she necessarily needed to sell that hook. She was going to get it regardless, but she did it. She made sure that Steele was going to call that one for sure.
Power plays back out here for Minot High. Minot leads 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High 0 for 2 on the advantage here. So is Legacy in the hockey game, and we're down to under a minute to play in the second. Here comes Minot High's Cope. An all-state selection. Hits the brakes. Lost a handle on it. Now it's going to be taken here by Bismarck. They send it out again with Ainsley Johnson, and Johnson clears. One thing that Bismarck has done really well here in this hockey game tonight is really caused Minot High some issues on their power play.
Yeah, especially in the neutral zone. Minot High does a nice job making that first pass on their power play. And once they get into the zone, they're just fine. But that neutral zone has been a bugger for them all night long, and they got to get that figured out at intermission break here.
Far side wall, the scrum continues here for it now as Bryn Hansen goes up top. Cope sent it in from the line. We're down to 13 seconds. All right, kids, count them down. We're at 10, now 9, now 8. Minot High is going to look for one more chance at the end of the period, but it's going to come out of the zone, and that will do it for our 2 periods of play in 34 minutes that have been played here at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Minot High comes out of the second with a 1-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Got ourselves a good hockey game here tonight at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena, and this one's far from over. Minot High holding on to that 1-0 lead at the end of 2 periods played. Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report comes up next. Tony and I will break down the play here on the PSP Network. 1-0, Minot High leads Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy in the matchup at the Pepsi rink.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. like tools for life. Hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability. For all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs, your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus Plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability. For all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs, your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus Plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
One nothing at the end of 2 periods of play here on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg, Tony Swearingen, welcome back in to our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. PremierChiropracticND.com is where you can learn more. It's our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. Our whole family, from my little guy Ike all the way up to me, that's where we like to visit, is Premier Chiropractic. Again, PremierChiropracticND.com. Nick Hulberg, Tony Swearingen here on the call. And Tony, this is a showdown here today that has had a little bit of everything in it except a whole lot of scoring, as Minot High is the only team to get on the board yet here in this showdown. BNC National Bank scoreboard reads 1-0 in favor of Minot High. Your thoughts so far on this hockey game?
I think both teams are, okay, so it's tough to say right now because we did score a goal that period, but deep down inside, that period almost felt like a stalemate. Like, it felt more like a stalemate than the first period did, because I felt like Minot High carried the majority of the play in the first period and probably should have had a goal or two. But with that being said, we did have some nice chances at scoring some more goals. But I tell you what, the one goal we did score was a pretty one. There wasn't much. It just didn't seem like there was much energy in that period as there was in the first.
Power plays have been a factor in this hockey game. Neither team with a power play goal yet, however, in this hockey game. The only goal to report that you talk about is the one that came from Lang. She was set up by Cope, and Cope set her up for her 7th point of the year. That was goal number 5, and Cope picks up point number 9 on the season. That came midway through our second period of play to give Minot the lead. Shots right now in the hockey game, 27-18. Minot leading that category as well. The goaltenders really have put on a pretty good display here tonight. Landsberg for Bismarck High Legacy and Jillian Ackerman, 1 goal against on the shots that have been registered in this hockey game. And those two really are kind of locked down here, you could say.
Well, yeah, I'm not much of a goalie guy, but I can tell you one thing: it's fun to watch these two play right now. They are turning everything away, and Jillian Ackerman got lucky there on the 3-on-1 and it hit the post. But that was really the only thing that she had problems with this entire game, and that's what you expect to see out of Jillian, because she is such a high-end goaltender.
Fun one here at the Pepsi Rink. Final 17 minutes come up. Let's talk X's and O's now. Let's start with Bismarck Legacy. Bismarck High, they trail in this hockey game. What do you think's being said right now from Nick Johnson, the first-year head coach in that locker room?
They got to figure out a way of breaking the Minot High forward check. And once they do, they have to play with speed. Minot High, I watched them play this Bismarck High Legacy team in the Jamboree early in the year, and boy, oh boy, they just seemed like they played with a lot more speed in that particular contest. Now, I know that's just a small sample, but Legacy's got to get their feet moving. If they don't get their feet moving and start playing with speed, stretching the ice, they're going to be in trouble. As far as on the Minot High side, continue doing what you're doing in the offensive zone, and in the defensive zone, boy oh boy, has Minot High's D-core really showing up and done a nice job making that first pass. We always say as coaches, that first pass is the most important pass in hockey on the breakout, because if you miss that one, it's an automatic turnover. They're just going to hold it in at the blue line, and Minot High really hasn't turned the puck over much in their own defensive end, so that's been really nice to see.
It's going to be a fun third period. Comes up next right here on the PSP Network. Let's put a cap on our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find them online, PremierChiropracticND.com. 1-0 at the end of 2 here tonight. Minot leads Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy by a goal.
Of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Third and final period of play here from the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. Crowd continues to file in for this doubleheader of hockey here tonight on the BSP Network. Minot High, Bismarck Century Boys play next. But first, the third period of this one is, they got that music cranked in here again, don't they?
Yes, they do. It is extremely loud in here.
Mr. Field likes to have it loud.
And that's great. I mean, it creates an atmosphere when you really, I mean, this is a really nice crowd for a girls' game, to be perfectly honest with you. And it's sometimes it's pretty empty in here, but there's a good amount of people in here tonight.
I kind of like the back-to-back, the doubleheader. I like that. I think it's a good opportunity for more fans in the seats. It's always good to see. Time for our third period of play here on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg, Tony Swearingen on the call. You're right, look at that taco grinder. Looks pretty darn good, doesn't it?
Can never go wrong.
Looks like there's extra special sauce on there as well. That thing doesn't stand a chance as soon as this thing's done.
You're going to have to run an extra mile tomorrow.
Yeah, I think probably, which would be 2 more than normal. 16:33 to play in the third period. Puck went up into the Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy bench, and the faceoff will come back out at the neutralized zone. Minot scored the only goal of the hockey game. If you're just joining us here tonight, Minot High's in their whites, Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy is in their blacks. Lang from Cope to make it 1-0 midway through the second. Puck's down to the corner, far side, handled here by the Majettes. They go to work with 5 seconds of their power play time. Cope turns and fires. That was a hard wrister. Hit traffic there. The puck comes back up to neutral. Ainsley Johnson, number 16 in black. She's really impressed me here tonight for Bismarck. Good skater. Seems to have a high hockey IQ in the right place at the right time a lot here in the showdown.
Yeah, this Bismarck High Legacy team does have some really nice players on their team. They're, they can skate well. They seem to be able to handle the puck pretty well, and the hockey IQ is definitely not lacking.
Puck's down to the Minot High end. Comes away to the near side wing. Bouncer goes down into the corner, and in after it down low is Lemoyne. Kate Lemoyne sends it out front. Here's a one-time opportunity out there as Esslinger just wasn't able to pull the trigger in time, and Minot brings it back to neutral.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Sydney Bart. She stepped up and blocked that shot, and that could have been really dangerous.
Pucks away here on the near side wing. Bouncer into the possession of the Majettes, and a shot on goal came from Johnson. Johnson sent it in, and again, Landsberg comes up big. Time to start voting for who you think tonight's MVP of the contest is. Brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips at Minot and Bismarck. Brings you the MVP of these matchups every night. We'll have the picture of our MVP on our social media as well. 2-on-1, back the other way. Here's a drive. That one caroms off the end wall. Opportunity was there for Annie Holst, and Holst just sent it a bit wide. But comes back up top where it goes now here to Krikorian. She sent it down towards the net. Correct me, that was Maya Paul rather. Puck comes back up to the line now where it goes here to Reister. She bounces one in down towards the corner on the glove side of Ackerman. We're down to 14:24 to play here in the third period. Shot came in on Ackerman. She goes down and makes the save.
Yeah, that line got stuck out there a little longer than they would have liked, and had a tough time in the defensive zone. But Jillian Ackerman was up for the test and did a nice job.
Ackerman has been good here in her high school hockey career for Minot High. We talked about her and what she's been able to bring to the table after Minot High graduated Amber Borkus again a year ago. 2 years ago, I should say. Ackerman in her junior campaign here for the Majettes. Puck's taken now off the near side wing. Comes up to Culp. She's into the zone with it. Culp's going to drop it down underneath the end boards. Comes away to the far sideline. Pinched in there from Garas. So the puck comes back away now into the possession for Minot High. Garas has it again here, and she's going to work top of the circle, back up to the line, across it came down for Barch. Barch tried to dribble one in. Shot came just wide. Puck's picked up here, and Bismarck High Legacy is going to take this one and launch it to the other end of the ice. This will be an icing that's brought to you by our friends at Hub International Insurance. Call Hub International Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Hub International, the leading North American insurance brokerage. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at Hub today. 355-3100. It's Hub International Insurance. Off the draw, quick shot came in, and the stop was made again. Landsberg, she went down and made the save. No question that she's one of the top candidates for the MVP of this contest.
Yeah, she's had an excellent game right now, and Minot High is really pushing forward here, trying to get another one.
Opportunity at the side of the net. Shut down there. Sent down in front. All open here on the near side. High riser just missed there as Slynn shot that one towards the cage, and it went just wide. Good chance there for the Majettes and their opportunity. Puck's loose out in front. Center slot. There's a body check that's not called on the play. That was a legitimate hit.
Yeah, that was a legitimate body check that probably could have been called, but fortunately it wasn't. So, I mean, it does go both ways.
Puck's going to be taken out here by the Majettes. Here's the opportunity. It is Slynn. Backhand. Slynn lost a handle on it. Puck's taken away here by Bismarck again. Krikorian took it there, and the puck goes back away to the far side wall. Underneath it comes now. Minot High working here. Minot High with possession, and the Majettes are buzzing just a bit now here in this third period. They seem to have just a little extra pep in their step compared to Bismarck High Legacy in the late portion of the hockey game. As I say that, Krikorian's got it here. She goes up to center, hits the break. She's going to skate it in over the blue line. Now a fancy move. She walks in, fires high riser. Oh, she just missed.
Yeah, that was a nice skate by her. Under pressure the whole way up the ice too. Two Majettes back checking the entire way, and she was able to fight them off.
Update from the Minot High girls basketball matchup at Mandan. Minot High Majettes leading the Mandan Braves 38-30 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. That with 2:47 left in the first half. Tipped down in front of Ackerman, and the puck goes down to the corner. Now we've got a seesaw struggle continuing on here at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. 2-on-2 drill into the offensive zone here for Minot as it's skated down by Vodova. She goes down underneath the net now, dropped off there as Swearingen in after it. Swearingen poked it free for a moment. Comes away here to the near side. And the puck's going to be taken up to center now. Here by Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy. Good pressure from Minot High on the forecheck there as Lang is going to free the puck with that pressure over to Cope, who goes down to the corner, but there first was Esslinger on the other side here for Bismarck High Legacy. Back to the point, opportunity there for Minot's Erickson. She fanned it down to the corner. Puck's going to be sent out front. Cope trying to get a handle on it again. And now it's Bismarck here with Flemmer trying to go up the near side wall. She does, up to center. Fields got it here. Field across. On the rush the other way we go now as it's taken here by Esslinger. She brought it in front of the Minot High goal. The Jets take it back now as Cope's got it here with 10:40 to play in the third period. Cope up to center. The All-Stater carries across the center ice red line, dumps it ahead. She shot it right off of Lang, the game's goal scorer. They connected in the second for the goal for the Majettes here tonight. The only goal to report here in the hockey game.
Yeah, you know, it's really impressive to watch Peyton Lang pick her way through traffic, and she always seems to find the little soft spots in the ice, and she's really done a nice job, you know, coming into the second period and finding those spots so she can have those opportunities. You know, Cope probably should have moved that puck up to her a little bit sooner, and she might have had an opportunity to score a goal.
Puck on the near side wing. It's going to be taken and sent off the glass here by the Majettes, and on it now is Slid, sends it down to the corner. Bonderland in after it, but there's going to be a stop in the play. Ackerman skated off for the extra attacker, and Minot High is going to go back to the power play. Power play comes back out here for the Majettes. We're down to 9:52 to play here in this third period. Minot High's power play comes out for the fourth time here in the hockey game, and they've gone 0 for 3 to this point in the game. Well, AC/DC never hurt anyone, right?
Gets the blood moving.
It sure does. Cope's got it, center slot, sends it in. Save, rebound, puck is loose on top of the blue paint, and then it's Landsberg that goes down on top of it, and Landsberg covers up. She's going to hang on to it, and the faceoff will come on her blocker side. She has been real good in this showdown here today. The quality scoring chances in this hockey game have definitely favored Minot High School.
Yeah, it's definitely been probably close to, you know, 12-2 or some number like that. I haven't been keeping track, but it's been very impressive.
Swearingen sailed it wide, comes back up to neutral, and it's Barch at center who bumped it back ahead. Now to Cope across the ice surface, now to Swearingen into the zone, and Swearingen's got it here. Swearingen from the goal line tried to feed it out front. That was Lang out front, but the stick check from Landsberg interrupted that party. Down it comes, and now it's swept out of there all the way to the other end. It goes here off of Ella Reister, sending it the length of the ice. The senior defense sent it all the way down, and Cope has to retrieve with 1:18 of power play time.
Yeah, this power play unit's doing a really nice job of sustaining some pressure and getting some nice opportunities. I mean, Legacy's doing a great job of clearing rebounds and whatnot, but Minot High is right in there.
Lang out front, Cope fires, save, rebound, shot. Oh, they scored! It's Swearingen out front. She puts it into the back of the net, and Dakota Swearingen, the 8th grader, gets her first goal as a Majette. Minot High on the power play leads 2-0.
Sorry, taking a minute here.
Proud dad moment. Glad I could share that with you, Tony. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It's been a while coming to it. She was starting to get pretty frustrated. She's had some good opportunities this year, so it's nice to see her get on the board.
The 8th grader gives Minot High the 2-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And the Majettes are on top here in this showdown after the power play goal from Swearingen. Puck's going to be taken here by Minot High again, and with possession, they're going to go up to center with it. Bouncer goes across here from Vodova. Down to the zone it comes. Let's listen in for the official tally. Hansen in on the assist on Swearingen's first as a Minot High Majette. That, I'm guessing, will be the first of many for the Maroon and Gold as the 8th grader buries one on the power play. Puck's taken underneath Ackerman now as it's back in behind the net. Puck taken here off the near side wall. Barch tries to clear it up out of there. Comes down away now here underneath the goal line as they scrum for it there. Back away with it for the Majettes. It's going to be picked up here by Peyton Lang. She worked it to the near side up to Culp, and Culp tried to make a fancy move ahead with it, but it's taken there by Bismarck's McIntyre. And on the move now on the other side, this is Avery Hansen down underneath the goal line. It's been an entertaining hockey game here today from the Pepsi rink here at Maysa Arena. Minot High's got the chance now as Culp comes in. Culp's going to make a move. She had her pocket picked there, and we go back the other way now for Bismarck High Legacy as they work it back into Minot High territory. Right back out from Minot High as the stingy defense from Fagerland was there. And we go back up to the neutral ice zone here where it's going to be taken and pushed off ahead. Pinned up on the wall on the far side was Fagerland. She had some frustration there. You almost saw the tomahawk come out on that play. Underneath the net here for the Majettes. Down in front. Oh, the opportunity on the excellent feed out front from Slind. Here's a drive and a stick save that comes away now there from Landsberg. Underneath now for Bismarck High Legacy. They go back away here now to the near side. Say that a few more times. It starts to get a little ring. Bismarck High Legacy, maybe.
Yeah, it's starting to come.
A rivalry that is born here on the 3rd of January 2023. You talk about them playing in the Jamboree. They get together for the first time of the season and first time ever here at the Pepsi rink. Here's a drive sent just wide. Ackerman poke checks it down to the corner. Comes back away now all the way into Legacy Bismarck High territory as that one sent down and sailed away there from Aspen Esslinger. Tried to feed it up to her point. No one was there. Puck comes back away now up at center ice. Minot High couldn't hold the zone there as Vanova has to regroup. Puck's back into the possession here in Bismarck High Legacy as they skate in. Drive came down. Lemoyne put it towards the net. Sent it wide up off the glass. Bouncer held in. We're under 6 to play in the 3rd period. It's a nail biter just a bit here tonight at the Pepsi rink at Maysa Arena. So we've got ourselves a 2-0 hockey game here as Minot High's got the advantage in this West Region showdown. Up to center it comes as Swearingen was spun around on the play. Puck's going to be picked back up, and we go the other direction now here for Avery Sick, who fired. She went off a Field. Taken here by Field now, and Field's got the motor on. She fires up to center. Connects here at center ice. Here with Culp, and Culp worked it backwards into her own territory. Now she'll turn the motor on and come into the offensive zone. Here's Culp up the near side. Culp hounded on the play, loose side of the net. Culp's going to get it back here on the side of the goal. Down into Gretzky's office she goes, trying to send it back out in front. Landsberg didn't know where it was. Sent in front. Oh, bouncer came out of the tape for Hammer, and Hammer sent it towards the goal, but Landsberg made the save.
You know, Cope's doing a really nice job down low there, working the puck and just keeping possession. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't anything that was highlight reel-esque, but you know, she kept battling and kept possession of the puck and was able to feed it right out front to Hammer, and holy smokes, was that a nice opportunity.
Puck's taken here by Bismarck High Legacy up the near side wing. Tried to clear, they can't. Held in, slid out front. One-time opportunity. Oh, that was beautiful, and a high riser just missed as Hansen had the opportunity from Slind. And now it comes out to Slind at center. She's got it here in front of the penalty box. She sends it back down. Minot on the attack again in the offensive zone, but it's taken here by Bismarck High Legacy. They move it up to center, chipped up off the wall. Puck comes back into the possession at neutral ice now here for Hansen. She moved it forward. Slind tried to fire ahead. I think that, yeah, it was Slind, sorry. Puck comes back the other way now. Krikorian's in with it. She sends it towards the net, but it was Barch that got a stick on it. Minot High defensively with the stick on puck has been one of the things that's impressed me the most here in this hockey game tonight. You talk about the 23 shots that Bismarck High Legacy has registered, and many of those haven't been quality grade A chances, and Minot High's held them to that number just on the sheer fact of the defensive opportunities or the defensive capabilities of Minot High's decor.
Yeah, they've done a really excellent job of just really keeping the puck to the outside for Legacy, and Legacy's you know, they've had a couple of good scoring opportunities, but nothing great.
Shot came in there from Culp. Another blocker save, sent down front. Puck comes back away down here to the near wing and up to center ice. We go for the Sabres as carrying it ahead. I'm sorry for Bismarck High Legacy. Carrying it ahead now is Hewitt, and Hewitt takes it down. We did 26 or 28 games last week. I need to go back and count them. Once in a while, those team names start to, especially when you got a co-op like this, that it's got me handcuffed just a bit.
But I think it's okay to make a mistake once in a while, Nick.
Once in a blue moon. Under 3 to play here in the third. Shot came in from the line. That bouncer went down to the corner. Here's a drive that comes in, top of the circle, out in front. It's held in at the line here by Field. Field holds it. There's a hurt Majette right in front of the goal. That's Swearingen as she was run into just a bit right in front of the Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy net.
Yeah, it looks like she got tangled up in front. She was tied up, and then another player came in. She'll be all right. No sympathy from Dad.
I have to ask you this, 2:32 left here in the third. She's up. She will be okay. I know it's not about you, and probably a maybe even awkward question for you here on the call here tonight, but you grew up in the Minot hockey program. You played for the Minot High Magicians. What is that like watching your daughter as an 8th grader play and get her first goal for the Maroon and Gold? Has to be pretty neat, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty proud right now. I've been proud of her for a long time, and I have 2 other daughters that I'm very proud of as well that are coming up through the system, and you know, Dakota's really taken this opportunity and trying to grow as a hockey player. She knows that she's not going to be the all-star on this team, so she wanted to buy into a system that, you know, where she was more of a role player, and I think she enjoys that. You know, it takes the pressure off.
2-0. Minot High's got the lead courtesy of Swearingen's first of the year, a power play goal that puts Minot up midway through this midway through this third period of play. Just about halfway through this period, and Minot High's power play strikes for the first time tonight. Their 4th power play of the hockey game, and the only power play goal to report here. The other goal was scored by Minot High's number 16, Lang, assisted by Cope on the play, 16 from 17. That came back in the second. We'll have a full recap of this hockey game tonight in our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. We'll do that in 2 minutes and 32 seconds here on the PSP Network.
Yeah, this third period has been really fun to watch. Boy, Minot High has really had every single player on their roster has just had an extra little step in their giddy up, you know, a little extra giddy up in their step, excuse me, and it's been fun to watch. You know, they came out with some fire, and they've really taken it to Bismarck High Legacy here, and Bismarck High Legacy has not been in the Minot High zone very much in this third period.
Well, the shots at the end of the second, Tony, were 27-18. Minot High was favored there, or had the lead in that column. Shots are now 37-23. Majettes, there's a quick shot on goal and a good one, and a big pad save from Ackerman as she kicked out. Puck's taken back up to the point. Legacy, they've got some jam now. They're going to fire towards the net. That one wide. Net's empty at the other side of the ice. Here for Legacy as the goal is empty. That means there's an extra attacker out here for Bismarck High. Bismarck Legacy as the puck comes right to the center slot. Loose there. Ackerman sticks it away. Under 2 to play in the period. In regulation, I should say, as the puck's taken now here up the near side wing, and it's ahead to Culp, and Culp's going to walk ahead over center, tried to fire it down. She sent it off of traffic, and we're down to the final 1 minute 40 seconds to play here in regulation. Up at the line, held in. Culp was standing, camped out front of the empty net. Her stick's out of her hands. No call on the play. Culp picks up the twig and goes underneath the net to her now, and Culp's got it here. Legacy's defense doing what they can to hold Minot off the board for another one. Wraparound from Culp out in front, comes up to the line, held in nicely there, and then shuffled out. Minot High is going to need to get back here as High Legacy moves it out to center. And now Minot's got it again here with Barch on the near side wing. Barch is going to walk over center ice, brings it into the offensive zone. We're down to the final minute 5 in regulation as Minot High looking to pick up win number 4 on the season. This one sent in on Ackerman. Under a minute to play in regulation. Field has it underneath the net, works it away to the near side at the half boards, dancing her way down. This puck is going to be tied up in the circle. It's taken there by Barch. That one's going to have a chance. The roller slows down right in the center slot, and we're down to 40 seconds to play. 2-0, Minot leads. Legacy with another opportunity here as they work across. Drive comes in, went wide, odd angle, tried to bat it in off the back of Ackerman. Was Hewitt. Puck's taken here by the Majettes and Slint. She tries to clear, can't quite do so. 20 seconds to play in regulation. Underneath now, that's Krikorian. She got into field. This has been a physical hockey game tonight. Wraparound, sent out in front. Trying to sweep it out are the Majettes. They will. All right, kids, count them down. We're at 7 seconds. Now 6, now 5. Minot's going to pick up the win here tonight. It's all a formality now as Ackerman drops it into the corner. And for the third time this year, Jillian Ackerman, for the fourth time this year, Jillian Ackerman puts a goose egg up on the board, and that same percentage of 95% of the 1-2-3 goals against average is only going to improve.
Yeah, she played fantastic tonight. Now, not a lot of high-quality opportunities for Bismarck High Legacy, but I'll tell you what, she did her job. She did what she was supposed to do, and she certainly earned that shutout tonight, and it was nice to see the defensive effort. You know, I'm going to talk about Sydney Barch here for a second. She was on the ice for about the last 2.5 minutes of that third period, and she took a beating. She blocked a couple of shots. She was tying up in front of the net. She was getting beat up down there, but she continued to do her job, and it was fantastic to watch. That's a defensive effort that you always need out of your top defenseman for sure.
Fun working with you again. It's been since the 2017 state tournament, I think it was, possibly.
Yes, it was. It was Minot High Red River, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes, it definitely was. I remember it very well. We could talk about that another time, of course. 2-0 Minot High wins. Let's head to our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight. 2-0 Minot gets the win over Bismarck High Legacy. Postgame show is next.
You're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
2-0 the final. Minot High gets the victory over Bismarck High, Bismarck Legacy tonight here at the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. Welcome into our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show here tonight. Planning team financial advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. At Shots Crossroads, it's the official post-game headquarters of the PSP Network. You can get filled up on that delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Shots Crossroads, where you can order online. Shots Crossroads, yeah, gigantic portions. I mean, that stuff. Have you ever had the banana cream pie there, by the way, Tony?
No, I have not, unfortunately, but because I'm usually full from eating the 99.
I'm telling you, you got to try the banana cream pie at Shots Crossroads. It is out of this world. Well, Minot High gets it done tonight over Bismarck High Legacy in a showdown that we said it at the end of two, had a little bit of everything here tonight. And Minot High comes out of here with a power play goal in the third period as the 8th grader Swearingen and buries it home. And Minot High gets out of here with their 4th win of the year to be a team that sits now with a 4-3-1 record. Legacy falls to 3-4 overall on the year. Tony, your overall thoughts on the hockey game here tonight?
Well, I think it was a really nice effort by this team, top to bottom. This decor deserves a lot of credit, and Jillian Ackerman along with them, because they struggled early in the year breaking the puck out of the zone, and they did not struggle today at all. They made nice plays coming out of the zone. They're quick getting through the neutral zone. Offensively, Minot High controlled it. I mean, honestly, I know the shots were up there for Bismarck High Legacy, but not all of them were high quality. And Minot High really controlled the offensive zone, and it was fun to watch. They just had a little extra jump in their step.
Jillian Ackerman with another shutout on the year. That's number 4 for her on the season. 29 shots on goal that came her way, I believe it was. They took the shots down as they reset for the boys matchup. Final shots were 38-29, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the reset of this game and the recap. Goal was scored by Minot High in the second period as nobody scored in the first. It was a goal that was scored by Lang. That was her 7th point of the year, goal number 5. It was Cope that set her up for the team-high 9th point of the season. We get into the third period. 8:45 remains in the third, and on the power play, on the 4th power play of the game for Minot High, it was Cope and Hansen that set up the 8th grader Swearingen for her first on the power play and first as a Majette. Minot led 2-0 at that point. Legacy Bismarck High pulled their netminder. Minot High couldn't find a way to score, but neither could Legacy Bismarck High. Minot wins it by a score of 2-0 here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Let's take a look at our move of the game, brought to you by our friends at Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Was there a move here tonight that stands out to you? For me, it was maybe the way that Minot High came out in the third period was really kind of the name of the game to almost seal the deal tonight.
I think we talked about it in the second intermission there. It just kind of seemed like the second period was a little bit of a feeling out process, more of a stalemate than anything. Even though we did score a goal that period, it just didn't seem like the energy level was as high as it was in the first. And boy, oh boy, did Minot High come out of the locker room in the third period just buzzing. It was fun to watch.
There's your move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers Moving and Storage, locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Visit them online, jobberswarehouse.com. Time for tonight's MVP of the contest. The MVP brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips in Minot and Bismarck. Well, Jillian Ackerman should be in the conversation.
Sydney Barch for sure.
Landsverk on the other side for Bismarck High Legacy. She's a definite shoo-in for that conversation, but I'm going to go the direction of the 8th grader tonight, not just because her dad's sitting next to me, but you get an 8th grader to score her first ever goal in a Minot Bismarck showdown. I think that is definitely deserving here tonight, and really, in my mind, that goal was the nail in the coffin, and a huge one at that, as Minot High had a goal from Dakota Swearingen, her first ever as a Majette. She's our MVP of the game, or my MVP of the game here tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips, located in Minot and Bismarck. Well, Bismarck Century comes to the ice surface. So does Minot High. They get set for their boys high school hockey matchup here tonight on the PSP Network. We're going to put a cap on our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroad postgame show as we get set for the boys matchup now. You will have to hop out of this link and into the second link on our YouTube feed and on PSP.network. So that will do it here for us tonight. Closing thoughts from you.
Fun game. It was nice to see Minot High come out of the Christmas break with a little bit of jump like that. And, you know, that's a good way to start your second half of the season.
Absolutely. Always fun seeing you. Always fun working with you.
Absolutely, brother.
Big thanks to Tony Swearingen for joining me here tonight. For Mr. Tony Swearingen, I'm Nick Hulberg, signing on from this girls' matchup. If we don't see you for the boys' pregame show, the Shields pregame show takes place in about 5 minutes. Please have a good night, and God bless.
Looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession? Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finra and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial.